All right, we hot. Let's go. Let's get this going. What up?
Yeah, I learned to stay strong. Concrete in the dirt I was raised on. Know how to put in work. Grinding all day, you know it's game on. My skin is thick, yeah, it's tough. Running, yeah, we stay alive. Ain't gotta look nowhere else. All of this greatness inside.
Man, episode 48. Now listen, I'm sitting here with Justin Kirkland, who happens to live in my area, Clay County, Florida.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Last minute, we bumped you around and moved you up, and
Yep.
I'm very grateful for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we're going to get into a lot of stuff that you probably know, and it'll be fun to watch where we go outside of what maybe even your expectations were. So
Okay.
get free and let's slide a little bit.
All right.
So you have 904 Pro Wash,
Yep.
which is pressure washing.
Pressure washing and
Plus,
soft
plus,
washing.
plus, right. I mean,
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, there's a plethora of
Okay.
things that we can do.
Before I dive into you, I want to talk a little business for a second.
All right.
I mean, there is so much competition in pressure washing.
There's a lot.
Any Joe Schmo can grab a $159 pressure washer from Ryobi and call himself a pressure washer.
Yep. Homeowners do it every day.
Right. Yeah, and I was good at it. I had I had a Honda. It was nice. How do you set yourself apart from others?
It's really a level of service, like going
Service.
and quoting in person and getting to know the person while I'm there.
Relationships.
So relationships, that's really the key. Like 90% of our business is word of mouth. Everything else is because somebody tagged us on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
But the level of service gets you the word of mouth referrals because their friends are gonna come over and say, "Wow, your driveway's really bright."
Right.
And they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we had this guy 904 Pro Wash come over and he took care of it. Super nice guy."
How long have you been doing it?
We've been doing it a little more than 4 years now.
Okay.
Yep.
So, had you been in the business before?
Nope.
So you started green and learned from the ground up.
Absolutely.
Mistakes were made and
YouTube
learned.
University.
Masterclass
Yeah,
is
masterclass,
really. Hey, let me tell you something. Stop
a
for a
thing.
second. Tell them.
It's a thing. Like if you want to learn how to do something, you can find it on YouTube.
And it's called Masterclass.
there's a
For those of y'all that don't
masterclass,
know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I saw it on TikTok, saw it on Facebook. I was like, I think I can do that. Let's do some research. And come to find out, it's not as hard as you think, but there's a lot of nuances to it. There's details. You've got to be detail oriented. So when you go, the other reason I quote in person is because you get to see what you're going to wash.
Yeah.
So you can see if the soffit's loose. You can see if the siding is hanging down. Like you can set expectations that, hey.
And protect you.
And protect me.
Do you shoot videos?
We take pictures before and after of everything. And then we also, I try to shoot clips. We started a YouTube recently and we have a TikTok.
What would that be?
It's just at 904 Pro Wash.
Okay, good.
Yep. So we started that recently. So I've been trying to do clips. Like I have a tripod in the truck and everything.
Absolutely.
And half the time I get going, I forget to pull it out.
It's okay. I think the big thing with any kind of social media, and I've sort of learned over the last year because I'm on it big now. I'm making a push.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a push on TikTok. I'm making a push on the podcast. That's why you folks coming.
Absolutely.
Both the Clay County Chamber, our local chamber is absolutely phenomenal.
It's
they're
the
on
best thing ever.
fire.
Absolutely.
They are. We go on Fridays, and I haven't been in a while. I've been very busy in this building, but I'm coming. We do have an associate that goes for us during the week, but it is so much fun to meet people, to network, the relationships. How much business have you gotten?
So I've been in the chamber just a little more than a year, and so when we joined the chamber, I had no idea what the expectations were going to be.
Me neither.
I visited 2 or 3 times.
I was like, Becky, come on.
So like I started off part-time. I had a full-time job for a software company. And
I want to stop. I'm going to go to the nuances.
Okay.
So how'd you know when to leave?
So I didn't leave. I got let go.
So it made it for you.
They let our department go on the same day. There was 3 or 4 of us. Let us all go.
No heads up. No.
Literally the day before, my boss was like, "You're doing a great job. This is you guys are doing the best work ever." And then the next day we got fired.
Corporate.
Yeah, like at first I was really pissed off.
Yeah.
I was like, "What am I gonna freaking do?"
But necessity is the greatest mother of
everything.
They say inventions.
Inventions. Sorry, I'm not very good at phrases. But literally, I had the business for 2 years at that point, and
Yeah.
I was just doing it part times after work or on the weekends.
Yep.
So I was like, I've got all the equipment.
Yep.
I owe zero for it. So the only debt the business has is our insurance payment every month, and then whatever chemicals we need for whatever we're cleaning and gas. So it's very low overhead for the most part. And so I had everything. You know, I didn't have a trailer, but I had the money to get the trailer. So we bought the trailer, put everything on it, and took it full time. I was walking in every storefront,
That's okay.
fast food chain,
Feet on the sidewalk.
feet on the ground.
Yeah,
I
feet
had
on the
door
ground.
hangers. Like I was giving everybody.
So what
flyers.
do you do? Because this is good right here. Now it may bore some people, but I know this. I sold Orkin Lawn Care.
There you go.
So it was door to
It was
door.
door to door.
So nowadays nobody wants anybody walking up to the doors.
Nope. Every house has a no soliciting sign.
Did you?
So we went and walked. I went and walked. I keep saying we, but it really is me.
I know who it was. Right. It's a we now. It's a little bit.
I ordered 500 door hangers, and I went into Oakleaf into like phase 2 or 3 of Eagle Landing.
Yeah.
And I put out 500 door hangers in a day. I was out there for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that, keep in mind, a lot of houses have no soliciting signs.
Right. So you're walking a lot more than 500.
You walk up, you see the sign, you got to walk off.
Yeah.
Like, and not leave your information.
Right.
So we definitely hit more houses than 500. It was probably closer to like 700. But
I understand that.
got them all out. I walked a ton. It was like 4 or 5 miles back in there. I walked around, and we got one call off of them.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, that didn't really work. Now, mind you, 500 is not a lot. You hear about companies hiring kids to put them out for a quarter a piece.
That's 2.5%.
And yeah,
That's actually that's the norm. You actually did well.
okay. So all right,
That means every 500 you're getting one.
Yeah,
All of a sudden I go. I'm like,
Right.
okay, if I lay out 2,000, I'm gonna get 4.
right. And there's bigger companies, around because
They pay the people.
They pay people. All these people do is go out at night and put out signs, and go out during the day and do door hangers.
And that's the ones people need to understand that you should have no respect for someone's house.
Right, because they'll leave a door hanger at every house. They don't care if you got a no soliciting.
Yeah,
sign.
and a lot of them don't even live here.
Nope.
They literally travel the country to knock on doors. But
Absolutely.
I wish there was a certification to door knock
Something.
so that they knew you were the actual owner of the company, that only you would be able to allow, or there'd be some. I know this is detailed, but if you see what our government pays attention to, anyways,
absolutely.
this would be a good one. That, and I have one other, people. We're getting off sidetrack a second. That and the freaking ATMs.
Yeah.
Do you know where to put your card every time?
Not every time.
Okay, Justin. I was gonna say, man, I'm gonna start
But
walking with you.
Also at restaurants, you don't know if the tap or insert.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking
Why do we
about.
need all 3?
Can we not standardize
Yeah,
that?
it should be one.
Catherine, I'm gonna need y'all to run this on the ballot, please.
Yeah.
That in Clay County, let us be. Yes, we still, Clay County is the only county that still chain gangs in the jails.
Really?
They're very proud of that.
Oh.
They walk around with their chains. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I don't really know this firsthand.
I don't either. I've never been.
Anyways, I mean, long time. I might have ate there a time or two. It's on the arm. It tells a story.
There you go.
Anyways, I'm gonna pivot a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you have a backstory to you?
I mean, it's
Listen,
nothing
we're
grand.
not talking about. Oh, you don't think it is? Hang on a second. See, he's new to all about the grind.
I have no idea.
You have no idea the power you have in you.
All right.
I'll tell you one thing, and then we're gonna go back to your world. My daughter looks at me sometimes and goes, "Dad, boring is good," and I go, "What?" It doesn't make any sense. I'm like, "No, we got to be doing. Let's go." And she just sits. And the world will say you're lazy, and yet she's recharging. She works hard in school. She has a job and a full-time student and full-time work and coming back. And then me, I'm high energy. She better be calling me.
Yeah.
I turn that credit card off.
Sometimes you just got to sit for a minute.
Well, it's biblical. Be still and know that I'm God.
And you just get it together in that.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a few minutes, just to sit in silence.
Watch us warp back.
Yeah.
Who taught you that?
What, just to take a minute?
Yeah, I don't think somebody verbally taught you. I think you saw it. I think somebody led through example.
My mind is always moving.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get it to stop.
Yep. That's actually healthy to me.
Well, some days.
Yep. We're going to talk about that.
All right. So, you know, I don't think I really saw anybody do it. My family growing up, we went to church,
Yep.
you know, so we were in it for forever. You know, we did youth group, all that stuff.
Did you have a denomination? Don't name it, but did you have a denomination?
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so and were they very proud of their denomination?
Very much so.
Bet you I can name it. Anyways, go
probably.
ahead. Bet you I was in it.
Probably.
Okay, so go ahead.
So, you know, like that kind of taught me that, you know, to take a minute. You know, it's harder some days. Like once you have kids, you know, and you're married, it's hard to like step out for like that. But like you find other ways.
So did you ever step out from the church and the beliefs of?
Yeah. Well, like, so
were you a teenager?
The day I turned 18, I never went back.
Okay, so see, come on now.
Yeah, never went back.
Why?
Because I would see the same people in the church across the street in the bar. Mm-hmm. Now I was one of them.
Yep. That's sort of funny you say that because so was I.
Yeah. Well, you know, I had to be in there to see them.
Yeah.
You know, but it was, you know, but it was just seeing that. Like I was like, I feel like organized church doesn't have to be a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, interestingly enough, I've seen it be very fruitful for millions of people.
Yes, absolutely. There are people that it's helped.
For me, I heard all the lessons in church. I know that Bible really well. I can I say it often, but I can put the felt Jesus where he needs to be in the lambs. And I mean, I know the stories. I know the lessons. I know the parables. I don't always know the verse.
Right.
But
I couldn't name any of the verses.
Yeah, I can name a few of them, but I can spit them, you know, and then I can butcher them as well.
Right.
I have to be very careful with me because, you know, when I got sober, you know, a decade ago, plus, I remember my sponsor was like, you know, maybe you want to put that Bible up on the shelf. I was like, that's what I said. I was like, well, then I got to thinking afterwards. I now understand. Yeah. I was like, in my head then, I was like, this is a cult. I knew it, you know, and as I got further in and got sober spiritually, I realized what he was talking about because I had sponsees and I was helping people. And the point was, I wasn't following it anyways. What am I defending? Yeah. You know, I was if anything, I was I was a good guy. Right. You know, but the Bible says, man, there'll be many that go, Lord, Lord, I don't do many things in your name. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity, I never knew you. So I can spit it all day, but I wasn't living it. Nope. You know, and it wasn't until I began to understand a God that actually loved me. And then I had to understand what love meant. Did you have a real tight-knit family?
Yes and no.
Yeah, that's typical America.
There were times when it was tight-knit.
Hard workers and all. Well, I'm not looking for dirt. We're not looking for dirt.
Yeah. Dad was a carpenter at the base.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, Mom was a real estate agent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So dual workers. I'm just trying to figure out where the sick comes from. Were you that way even when you were out of the bars?
No. Like, and I didn't sit in bars a lot, mind you. Like, but I would like the times we like went in there to eat. You know, you'd see them, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I spent a lot of my like early teen years pretty much at home by myself. Yeah.
A loner, which is not unhealthy in a lot of ways.
Well, you know, mom and dad went to work. I didn't have a driver's license.
Yep.
You know, sometimes we'd ride bikes over to friends and do stuff. But
Atari? What was your game?
No, it was Nintendo 64 was the first console I ever got.
When you got a Star Fox?
Star Fox.
That's the game?
And then it was like NASCAR 2002.
Yes. Did you get the steering wheel?
Yeah. We had the steering wheel. Yeah, we had it. I remember getting that, and it was. So like
you're
Christmas.
A gamer.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know, deep to the core.
Okay.
I don't get to do it as much as I would like.
Kids work.
Well, you know, it's mostly like in the evenings after the kids go to bed. Like, you know, okay, I got some time to get on the computer. But most nights lately, it's been like, I am too tired for this. Yeah. Just either veg in front of the TV or go to bed.
Does it suck you in? I mean, do you find blank there's 3 hours gone by?
It can. Not so much these days. I keep an eye on the clock because, like, I got to get up early and
disciplined.
do stuff, right? You got to be a little disciplined.
Hey, who taught you that?
Me, myself, and I.
Okay, that freaking is not boring, sir.
So,
because I needed a judge to begin that discipline. No, I had some of it. I had a lot of it. I don't give myself enough credit.
Like when I was younger, you know, pre-wife and kids, like, sure, yes, absolutely. I'd sit down and play games and be like, oh, it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
This time I got to sleep for a couple hours.
Yeah.
But now I'm more cognizant of it, you know, because I'm like, okay, I got to get up and go get on a roof tomorrow. Like, I don't want to be tired.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, I make sure I go to bed at a decent time.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, sir, without looking at you, because I don't want you to lie to me. I don't want to have to sharpen my pencil.
Oh, boy.
Do you lock up your young lady? You're going to love me for doing this. What's your wife's name?
Kelly.
Kelly, you're going to love me for doing this. Do you tie up your ladder every time you go up that roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily tie up, but I have a ladder. I have a gutter saver. It's a stabilizer. So
I know what they are.
It's like this
I
wide.
did roofing for. I know what they are.
So I have that.
But you're not tied up.
But I don't tie it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Kelly, it may take extra 5 minutes? Pain in the ass, isn't it? It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
I lost a dear friend who was a ladder climber, and I didn't tie off, and he didn't tie off, and he fell.
And you went.
And he's gone.
That's wild.
Tie your ladders off, people. I never thought my ladder would move, and you're good on them ladders. Yeah, well, I can scale them.
I'm getting good.
Okay.
I'm getting good.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
He was a window washer.
Okay.
So
we wash windows too. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's a video I'm gonna send to you. I'll put a link on it here. Right. You want to hear the dearest man's voice? His voice should have been radio. He was just a window washer, but he wasn't just a window washer. Yeah. He would sit there. I watched this. Every customer he had, he knew he had a book, a little flip book, and something Miss Smith would say about flowers or color or whatever, and he would jot it down.
Write down
and then he would go home and he would write a thank you note, and he would mention those little details, the nuances that you talk about that is so important in life.
Absolutely.
People go, why are you so picky? Because the devil lives in the details.
Absolutely.
I didn't come up with that. Don't get mad at me for living by the rules that God laid out. Somehow he put that in enough people's heads that it's been passed down orally.
Absolutely.
Which is how history was taught forever for so many generations and ethnicities that it is still told in a billion languages, which is not a billion languages. Shut up. I'm running here, drifting. And which we're going to get to drifting in a second. There's so much to be done, and the Bible is laced with detail. In the Old Testament, how you prepared that lamb. Go in the tabernacle, the highest of high, and have a blemished lamb. You know, did y'all know they used to tie a rope around the high priest that had a bell on it? So if the priest had not cleansed himself properly, there was structure in the Bible. This is our higher power, our God. There was structure in the Bible. And if you did not adhere to everything, that bell would quit ringing and they would drag him out and a new high priest would be put in place. So being the high priest, to me, I'd be like, because I mean, anything you did wrong. So there was, and then you go into the New Testament and grace is laced.
A lot of grace.
Yeah, a lot of grace.
A lot of grace.
I don't know why I went down that, but that was so powerful, man. To me, I learned that at a young age, and I was like,
absolutely.
So there's power in details.
The details, and I just, you know, it's in the Bible, but then like I distinctly remember 3 people.
Here we go.
That very much.
How old were you?
So young with my dad. My dad's the first one. He was a finish carpenter.
Yep.
So when you build cabinets and you build shelves and move doors, if you get one little detail wrong,
don't mark the door.
It won't look right.
You better mark that door or drawer.
Or the drawer or whatever. Like if you put a door in and the frame's not plumb, it's not going to work. So it's all in the details. So with my dad, my cousin, I did construction with my dad and my cousin, and then I helped my uncle build his house that he has out in Keystone because I was a college kid, didn't have a job at the time.
Yep.
So he had work, and we did everything from running electrical to putting the siding on.
Was he a 90 degree in the electrical?
Yeah.
I mean, everything was crisp.
Everything.
Don't round that thing off. I'm telling y'all, I did electrical 5 years.
Okay.
I had an old Northsider teach me.
Yeah.
He said, Brett, no one will know your name. He said, but they know you by your wiring. And we did commercials, so they know me by my EMT, the piping, and the bends. If the bend was off or kinked.
It would look weird.
Yeah. Well, you'd know he's a rookie. Yeah. He left it, or he didn't care. He left it. And if they know you didn't care there, what did you do wrong behind?
Elsewhere. Yeah.
Made a lot of sense.
So I learned like very quickly, you know, from a young age to my early 20s that that the devil was in the details.
Yep.
Like you had to have it just right with everything you did.
Did you take it into high school and schooling and everything?
Yeah, I did pretty good in school. I wasn't like an A student, but
Right.
I mostly B's and
Right.
C's. Yeah.
But I mean, your study habits and all, you were pretty
Oh no,
structured.
No.
Or was it last minute? I mean,
No.
we're kids, man. you
Yeah,
know.
not in
Okay.
not in my studies. Like because I came home from school and immediately logged into World of Warcraft. For
Okay, that's right,
for like
gamer.
10 hours.
Right. Okay, so it
Yeah.
wasn't a 10-hour.
And so you'd log in and then you'd be like, oh crap, it's 3 a.m. and I have a test in the morning. And so then
done
you'd
it.
read your book for an hour. And
So you
then-
pulled some all-nighters.
yeah, so there was quite a bit of all-nighters in high school. It was also the Halo era. Yeah, so we had like we had Xboxes and we'd all grab the TVs out of our room and travel to some poor lady's house, one of our friends' moms. She'd be like, some friends are coming over to game. She'd be like, great. 20 of us would show up. We'd have like Xboxes. There'd be LAN cables running through the hallways.
Oh my gosh, y'all were techies though. I was not good at that.
We had to be because
Yeah.
everything coming out was new, so
Yep.
we had to learn it.
Yep.
So we learned how to connect all these Xboxes.
When were you born? What year?
I was in '88.
88.
Yeah.
Okay, I graduated high school in 88.
Yeah.
Okay, so 88. So you were you're right behind. You're really my generation.
Yeah. I mean,
You're Gen X.
I'm in the like.
The waning times
I'm
of
in
Gen
like.
X.
I'm between.
Yeah,
like,
you're a
I'm
tweener.
right at the end of millennial. If you look it up on the internet,
You don't strike me as a millennial. Though.
I do not.
No, that has a
identify.
bad. That generation.
Yeah.
Hate me if you want to. I didn't come up with this, but that generation has a stigma in my head. Am I wrong to you?
No, I agree.
Okay.
And you don't see. There's not many of us out running small businesses.
Right. Right. I can spot them.
Yeah.
They usually following their mom in here. I'm not kidding. There was a couple the other day. A brother and a sister.
Uh-huh.
I almost didn't say, but I'm like, how would they know? Because I'm not trying to embarrass anybody.
yeah.
But I didn't. And they were picking at each other, and they were like 25. Because I specifically asked how old he was, and he was 25, unkept, and teeth should have been brushed. And then his sister was 20, and they were picking at each other like they were dating. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's exactly what happened. And they were following mom. Mom walked out the door, didn't say anything.
And they didn't know.
No, they were following right behind her.
Like a little puppy dog.
Oh yeah, picking at each other. No, and he's 25.
That's
I mean,
ridiculous.
at 25, I had been out of my house for 7 years. I moved out at 17. Well, I didn't have much of a
It was
choice.
about 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not asking them to understand the whole world. I was asking you to know how to clean your own nose,
Yeah.
clean your ears,
Yeah.
brush your teeth, and get somewhere on time and get a job.
Yeah.
I really believe this. We are not. I'll keep it back on me. I am not good if I'm not productively doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bible says idle hands.
Right.
And that's me.
No, I have trouble even if at home and I know there's nothing to do, I have trouble sometimes stopping.
Yep.
And like sitting down.
That's a difficulty for me as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to watch movies. I don't know if I can sit for 2 hours anymore.
No, I can still watch a movie.
You can?
Yeah.
So you know how to plug
I
the
watched,
gamer side of you
I watched
kicks
like
in.
4 hours of Landman last night. Like
Layman.
it's
Which,
it's
give it a
on
plug.
Paramount Plus.
Okay, Paramount.
Yeah, it's about the oil field.
Okay, I think I tried to watch that. My son's in Japan, and I think we all use the same. And I think he changed the password or something. I was irritated, so I think I'm gonna kick him off. I hope you watch this. He doesn't watch this, but I'm gonna kick him off of Netflix.
There you go.
I've already changed his profile to something goofy. We all change each other's profiles, and so one of my boys is in Savannah, and my other's in Japan, and my daughter's in Gainesville, and also, and they never make mom look ugly. But they'll make me look like anything, a monster, or this or that. Yeah. So whatever. Mama's boys. Whatever. So, how many children do you have?
I have two. I have Colton, who is
What a good freaking name.
Colton is 7, or he's 6. He's going to be 7 in April, and then Reese just turned 4 this past Saturday.
Reese.
Yeah, and she's a curly-haired redhead.
Ah,
And
I wonder where the red hair came from.
Yeah, and if you ever cross her, you will know it.
So what is it about redheads?
Oh, she's a feisty one.
I mean, but you have red all in, like my beard when it wasn't gray.
Yeah.
It was like my mustache has the red in it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. And I found out I was deeply Irish. you know.
Yeah,
and
I'm German Irish.
German Irish.
Irish. Yeah.
I don't know how we took that blood test thing, but I don't know what I am.
No, we didn't do that, but we went on a trip. So my grandparents are from Canada, and Moncton, which is as east as you can go in Canada. It's actually 1 hour ahead of East Coast time. So it's
No, keep going.
So it's
watch this. I'm gonna get on TikTok while you're talking because I have a Canadian friend.
It's 12:58, and so it's like 11:58 there, but there's a whole museum and everything of the family. So we got to go like walk through this old house that had like all this stuff.
Moncton, Canada.
Moncton, Canada, yeah. So me and Kelly, when they decided to do that trip, me and Kelly decided to do. We flew into New York, went to Niagara Falls.
Oh my gosh.
Went to Montreal, Quebec City, and then Moncton for a few days, and then we drove down to I can't remember the name of it, in Maryland where her aunt lives, and hung out there for the day, and then made the rest of the drive back. So we were gone like 2 weeks.
How is it going through the when you're leaving Canada?
So we left Canada at midnight to make it to Maryland in time for it was the 4th of July.
Right. Oh,
make it in time for fireworks.
Yeah.
So when I drove out of Canada, it was pitch black, and we're in a little silver Toyota Corolla. Kelly went to sleep because it's midnight, and I'm going to need to trade in a while.
Right.
So we're going, and I go through customs or whatever, and there's nobody there. This little old lady, she like barely glanced at our passport.
So just easy peasy.
Didn't ask us any questions. She said, "Have a good one."
I thought they were so tough. That's why
going
I asked.
in.
Okay, that's what I'm
going in near Niagara Falls. That guy was like, "What's your purpose? You got any weapons? What are y'all doing? What's your itinerary?" Like everything.
Any dog sniffers?
No.
Okay.
Well, they were there.
Right.
Like you could see them, but we didn't get pulled
You didn't go
over.
secondary.
No, we didn't go secondary.
With that beard and all, they didn't take you secondary?
No, not at all. We went right through. And then when he first started asking me questions, I'm just nodding at him, and he's going, "I need you to verbally say yes or no." And I was like, "Gotcha." So we got through it, and everything was fine. And by leaving, they did not give a shit.
I guess because you've been in, they know.
Well, and the lady was.
Or you're taking it
coming
in there.
into the American side,
Right.
so it's an American lady, and she just looked at our passports and was like, "Have a good one."
Gotcha. Now, okay, I'm not even thinking. I don't go through enough of that.
I didn't think about it at first either, but
so Canada going in, they're tough. America, oh my god.
So it was easy, and then we had our passports. They knew we were Americans. They didn't care.
Yeah.
But it's pitch black. We're going into Maine, and the whole time I'm in Maine for like 4 or 5 hours, it's pitch black, and on the left side is a vertical face that has "Watch out for moose" signs, and then on the left is a cliff with guardrails.
Okay, I don't like that.
I drove like a little old lady, like this in this tiny Toyota.
So it's
and it's curvy.
Yeah, because it's following the cliff line.
It's curvy, and when it's pitch black, man, I got the brights on. We didn't see another car for like 3 or 4 hours.
Man.
It was terrifying. Kelly woke up and was like, "How was the drive?" I was like, "You have no idea."
She slept through all that and didn't get car sick or nothing?
No, she can absolutely sleep very well in the car.
Okay, so good thing you were driving, because I would have to drive. I can't sit in that.
No, I don't do well. Like if I try to read something on my phone as a passenger in the car, or if I like try to read a magazine or something, I will get sick.
Yep. Yeah. RVs were the only place I could do that in. I could ride, but we were always sitting a separate way.
Right.
North Carolina is about the only thing I have going up in the spruce pine and all that. They did the cliffs would be off to the side.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either.
Coming out of Maine, and we did Maine in the dark.
So it's I don't know my geography well. So there's a lot of hills in Maine?
Yeah, there's a lot of mountains.
Don't judge me, people.
There's a lot of mountains in Maine, and they get moose and everything.
I guess that makes sense because it goes up into the
it goes
into
up
Canada, right?
Into Canada, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a scary time. We did Maine in the dark, so like my geography's not the best either.
Yeah.
So
I know where Maine is. It's way up here.
It's way up there, but whatever's right below it, I can't remember. Pennsylvania. So once we got to Pennsylvania at dawn, and I was like, okay, this is much better. It flattens out. It was easy driving.
We're not going to keep talking about geography because I'm going to look really stupid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, how about them Gators?
Yeah.
They suck too. Hang on a second. What about the Jags? What?
Yeah, we watched the game yesterday. It was pretty disappointing. My problem is I'm not big into sports, right? I don't really have.
Okay, we're not talking about them because I don't really like the Jags.
But that, I was like, well, they're they're
my son loves them.
They're almost there.
So I'm rooting for them.
So Kelly likes to watch, so we watch.
Right.
you know, and they were doing pretty good.
They look good.
They look good.
And then Lawrence.
And then they got the interception.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that seals the deal.
Hopefully they build on what they had.
Yeah.
You know,
if they,
next year.
Yeah. If they can keep the consistency they have now, they could definitely do it again next year.
To do what they did was impressive, because they had like the worst record or something, and now they 12-4, whatever they were.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big Jags fan.
I'm
I'm a Cowboys fan, and we suck. So there's not much. My Gators suck, and my Cowboys suck. So football was not fun for me this year.
There you go. I hope you weren't in any leagues.
No, I don't. You know what? I have never played in one of those leagues,
Yeah.
because I enjoy the game. And I enjoy the experience, but I don't enjoy gambling.
Okay.
For some reason, with any kind of addiction, I've had addictions.
Right.
Gambling was never one. I hated losing money. I mean, I've been to Las Vegas and just spent $100.
Oh, yeah. So I've been to
Not
Vegas.
when I was drinking now. I spent some money.
I've been to Vegas twice, and I pulled out $60, and I said, "This is it. When it's gone, it's gone." And
I didn't have that.
I succeeded both times.
No, I was just poor.
That's why I only pulled out $60.
Vegas was cheap to get there, and we
Yeah.
had fun there. Walking, there was so much free stuff.
Yeah.
And if you were on the playing ground, they gave you free drinks.
Yeah, at the
So
time.
at the time,
They've stopped doing that recently.
probably because drunks like me, I could drink back then.
There you go. Oh, I feel like they're giving away so much alcohol. They had to be losing on it.
Had to be losing money.
There was no way.
No way.
Had to be.
Because then you could get free food and everything.
Yeah, they would comp you everything.
Everything. And I didn't spend that much, you know. So no,
I didn't.
I had a family that spent a little bit, but I wasn't big. My mom shopped a lot.
Oh, okay. Both times I went for work. So we were there at a conference.
Yep.
So there wasn't a ton of time in the casino. But we definitely had to behave ourselves because our boss was in the crowd somewhere, you know.
All right, now I'm gonna springboard back to your job.
All right.
So you're established now, 4 years in.
Yeah. So now I'm definitely established.
Right. So
Sure.
how do you maintain? You have people working for you, like
Nope.
other? Okay, so you've kept it.
Solopreneur.
Okay, so that's one
Well,
really good.
I say solo, but like
Your bride.
I run stuff past my wife all the time. We
100.
talk about it.
She's
all
going, who helps you with the bills?
Yeah,
So there's the other side
the time.
of it.
She definitely has
But you
a
mean
guiding
out
hand.
front doing the door to door?
Yeah, she has a full-time job. Like so, and then
she doesn't need another, and kids.
Yeah, and we got
She got
kids,
two
so-
full-time jobs.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely.
And then you count us, you got 3 full-time jobs.
Absolutely. So I'm definitely needy at times for sure. You know, but so we're established, you know, most days.
Keeping the, so you obviously have potential to grow this past you.
Yeah.
So it's almost, are you full? Like, is your
No, so it ebbs and flows right now, right? So
this time of year?
well, so about November it starts to really slow down. Through December, you pretty much can't plan on doing anything.
Yeah.
And then we get into, you know, January. So now we're in January. Usually January's slow. I think I only have 4 days left that can be booked in January.
Wow.
Last week I worked
Repeats?
every week. Some repeats and a lot of new ones.
Referrals off of them?
Referrals off of them. So, or the chamber, to be honestly.
Yep.
I've gotten so many referrals from the chamber, and for the longest time, I was the only pressure washer going till like finally Friday or anything. And very recently, a new guy's come in, and he's super nice. I talked to him on the phone today.
Yeah.
You know, he called and asked me for some advice. You know, and I had called him last week and asked him for some advice.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I have that ability.
You know, when he came in,
No, that's pretty special.
He came in and sat down. He came in, and first thing he did was scan the room because I seen him in the parking lot, and he seen me.
Trying to find another pressure washer.
So we knew.
Absolutely.
We knew we were in the room.
Yeah.
Right? And I've been waiting. Like I've been.
Y'all should do a video together. See, that's TikTok.
be
We're
funny.
going to go back to it. Ooh,
That
wah, wah, wah.
that would be funny.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Because his logo would fit into that really well. But you know, he walks in, he scans the room, he sees the hat, he comes straight over.
Wow, that's impressive too.
Introduced himself, told me who he was.
Egotistically, or was it more?
Very, very
Wow.
low key. Just hey, you know, here's my name. You know, I also do pressure washing. I saw you in the parking lot. You know, it's nice to meet you. And I said, man, have a seat. And my seat next to me was open. So have a seat. It was your first time, and he's like, yeah. I said, it was about time someone else showed up.
Because you knew it was going to happen.
I've been there for a year. I've been waiting to see
Yeah.
a second guy, right? But there was never a second guy.
Yeah.
So I had built very quickly relationships with a lot of people in the room because I was the only guy.
Yeah.
And those rooms, especially with the clay chamber. If you're in the room and representing your business and people know about you, they will refer you.
Yeah.
So, and 90% of my business is word of mouth referrals.
Yeah. But it's also powerful printing.
Yeah.
This right here, when you gave this to me,
Yeah.
I mean, he walked in and gave this to me, and I mean, right away it was just like, you know, I mean, for me, I don't know if I'm not here to pick it apart.
Yeah.
But the freaking visual and like the blue on where to go. If y'all ever want to see something that would work, I know we're talking business, but sometimes podcasts go there, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you ever want to see something that works, man, my eye went right to where you wanted me to go. Who helped you with this?
So somebody from the chamber.
We're gonna do a little plug. I thought it would be
for the SCBC. It's like the small business something. I'll send Brett the link so we can put it in there. But there's a local guy, Chris Evangelista, who has an office right in Orange Park. He'll do virtual calls with you, but it's free for small businesses under 500 employees, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, and you can call them and be like, I need help with a budget, or I need help with marketing.
Wow.
XYZ. And they will talk to you about it and give you suggestions. So I told Chris I'd like to do a session. So he set us up for an hour. I said, listen, like, I need something I can walk in and sit down and it's got everything.
He designed this for you?
He didn't design it, but he gave me examples of them. And
Gotcha.
So my wife hates this, but it's called a capability statement. I have to get better about just calling it a flyer because people don't care that it's a capability statement. But it tells you everything.
It absolutely does.
And
like roof washing, I didn't even think about you and roof washing.
We can wash roofs.
How many add-on sales do you get off it? I don't need exacts, but I mean.
I can tell you
I bet you
confidently that last year I washed 2 roofs. This year, tomorrow, I wash my 5th. And it's only January.
Heard.
So roofs are our highest ticket item.
Because we don't want to have to replace them.
And there's a lot of risk to reward with a roof too. So if you've got a steep pitch, I'm washing it from the ladder.
Yeah.
I'm not getting on it.
Yeah.
And we have the equipment to reach up to 2 stories.
So no blowback on the shingles up, no bending.
No. So we're soft washing with this.
Heard.
So we don't even crank the pressure washer for this.
It's a chemical based.
It's chemical based, but we do it through a 12-volt system with a 7-gallon-a-minute pump that does 100 PSI. So for reference, your hose bib coming out of your house is typically 60.
Wow.
So we're doing it with a little more power than the regular water, you know, and we're on a 45-degree tip that spreads 5 feet.
Right.
And it's it's less than rain on your roof. So we treat it with sodium hypochlorite. It's pool chlorine.
Right.
And we dilute it down. The system dilutes it down. We have a water tank that dilutes it down. Spray it, let it sit for 20, 30 minutes. Spray again in the hot spots that might still need some work.
Mm-hmm.
When you start seeing
you can see it.
Oh yeah, so if you look at a roof, or any roof,
where like it bubbles. And...
Well, not even that. It's just got like the black streaks coming down it.
So
you can watch them streaks disappear.
Yes.
And when they
especially on gray roofs.
On gray, light gray.
Look at us. We both love roofs.
You can see it on a lot of roofs, and even the brown ones you can start to see it, but it's just later that you see it. We treat it. When them spots start to vanish, it's like disappearing ink. It just goes away. Wow. And then we rinse it off with the same system. We just turn the bleach off and just run straight water on it and rinse it to get it all off. And that's a big debate in the pressure washing world. Do you rinse it? Do you leave it and let the rain do it? Well, it's in the dry season for Florida.
Yeah,
it ain't raining no time soon.
And chlorine, whether diluted or not, left on
could damage,
dry it out,
and make them brittle, which causes damage, and then we're liable for that. We're licensed and insured, by the way.
That's awesome. Do you have a chemical that also softens the? Is it like a double base?
They have like a roof conditioner.
Yeah, there it is.
It's
because that's relatively new.
It's relatively new. There's still a great debate whether or not it's snake oil or not. I don't know. I've never done it.
It makes a little sense. So I did roofing. I did insurance claims and everything on. It makes a little sense because roofs get so brittle.
They do get brittle.
So it's absorbent because the chlorine will get in. And if you had a chemical that would absorb to it and soften it like a lotion kind on a face.
It does make sense, but it's so new in the industry.
I'm with you. I wouldn't want. I know you have enough businesses here, and you've stayed in the mainstream: house washing, roof washing, driveway and walkway cleaning, gutter cleaning, pool deck and screen. I mean, every one of those in any house, you're nailing 3 of those. Of those.
And they'll call us for 1, and we'll upsell 3 more. Yeah. Right. So
lower your price when you're doing multiples.
Well, not even necessarily. Like you know, I do have a cash price that I'll give you, but, you know, we'll go in and they'll call me for their driveway, and I'd be like, you know, while I'm here, you know, I could hit, you know, your gutters and do a gutter clean out or, you know, skylight cleaning, window cleaning, any of those things. And they'll go, oh, you do that? And I'm like, yeah, here's, you know, and then give them the flyer,
right?
You know, and they're like, oh, okay, well, go ahead and quote me for, you know, go ahead and quote the roof and the driveway and screen enclosure. So it has the potential to very quickly turn into $1,000 job, which is a really
phenomenal
which is a great day of pressure washing.
Yeah, and if that's your first $1,000, would that be an all day job?
So I typically try to show up around 8. I mean, I stay home for the bus pickup.
Yep.
And
that is awesome.
Yeah, you know, and I could leave earlier, but you know,
don't ever leave earlier.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know. You know, I know you don't need to hear that.
I don't have a plan to do that. You know, I will if it's like a commercial wash.
Sure. I mean, there'll be times where you got to.
But most of the time, I'm home for the bus, right? So I'll leave after that. I can typically get to most jobs in Clay County by 8.
Yep.
And then I'm typically like, like Catherine's place, I did the roof, the driveway, the whole house, back patio. And I was there for, I think I was gone by 1. So,
wow.
And then I did another one the next day. It was the driveway, pool deck, back driveway, and whole house. Now I can wash a house in sub 45 minutes nowadays with the equipment we have.
Wow. So you have the whole tank and the trailer.
So I have a little soft wash tank. I don't have like the big 500-gallon tank that you see guys rolling around with.
Right.
Now keep in mind,
you don't really need it for what you do.
You don't.
Right?
You don't need it.
If you're doing a house or two a day.
If you're doing a giant commercial facility and they don't have water and you need to haul water in, absolutely it makes sense.
Yeah.
But for doing residential, I've run into one house that I couldn't run the pressure washer on, and it was actually the house in the picture, and I had to do it old school. So that even makes the picture better because I literally treated it with the soft wash system and then rinsed it off with the water hose.
Wow.
And
shows how strong that chemical is. But you got to be careful. That's the key. You got to have the people you bring out better know what they're doing.
Absolutely. And so there's more science to pressure washing than people understand, especially when you get into different kinds of molds. So and don't ask me the scientific name.
Sure.
But there's like a black looking algae. You'll see it on roof. It's the same stuff that gets on roofs and metal roofs. It's the stuff that's out there on your concrete, you know, wherever.
Right.
And you'll see it on metal, you'll see it on walls, you'll see it on roofs. It is harder to kill than something that's green.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. And that will actually eat the paint off of a metal roof. It'll get in there so deep, it'll make the paint fail. But so you have to treat it with a higher chemical percentage than you would something that's green. And then I haven't seen it on roofs, but on that picture, that's like an orange algae.
Yeah.
And you have to treat it with close to 6% chlorine. Which
you see this a lot on the conch houses and everything.
Yeah. And so that one was really bad. The trees actually got trimmed while I was there that opened up the sun to that side, which will help it. But it had been covered for a long time. And that's all the orange algae. And you actually have to go way higher up in your chemical percentage into almost a danger zone with the landscaping.
Right.
Like that whole side of the house, 4 or 5 foot out from the house, I watered the grass for 20 minutes before I sprayed in a chemical on it to make the grass fill up so it wouldn't soak up the bleach and die. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you have to think about.
I remember that because now that you say that, the guy that pressure washed my house when I was at Fleming Island killed some of my shrubs because he didn't have it diluted right.
Yeah,
and he had to buy me shrubs.
You got to take precautions. I literally water plants. The first 30 minutes I'm at your house, I'm literally going to water your whole garden around your house.
Which makes sense.
Because I want them to fill up. So
they won't absorb anything.
They won't absorb anything. So then I would treat the wall real quick, and while that's dwelling, I rinse your plants again. And then when I rinse the wall, I rinse the plants a third time. And it takes a few extra minutes, but I've never had to replace any landscaping because of it.
So the detail.
It's the detail. You just got to think about that stuff.
Well, and like me, I would have you at my house, and I'd be worried about the plants dying. All of a sudden, they wouldn't die with you, and I'd call you back.
Absolutely,
because of the details.
If you kill somebody's plants, they're not going to call you back next year.
Do you, with your children, do you, now that you think about it just for a sec, do you see yourself putting detail in them?
I try to. It's chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. We're at an age
6 and 4. What am I talking about?
It's chaotic.
There is no.
There's not a lot of detail right now.
Yeah.
But
can you just get your shoe on, man?
Yeah.
Just get your shoe. Just find your shoe.
Find the
yes,
shoe.
I know you've lost one.
It's typically puppy. He's got this little stuffy he goes around with, and he's gotten better about it. When he was younger, it went everywhere.
I freaking love it. I had a monkey that went everywhere.
And I'm sure I had something. I'm not making fun of the boy, but
no, you're loving this.
Yeah, I love.
Trust me, it'll read right on TV.
So he brings this thing everywhere, but literally he'll have it in his hand 2 minutes before walking out the door. We go to walk out the door, and it cannot be found. It has vanished into the ether. You'll find it stuffed in a cabinet. And I'm like, dog, were we playing hide and seek or something? Like, you had it in your hand.
That was my boys. Man.
I'm like, you had it in your hand 2 minutes ago, brother. What happened to it? We went through this last night with my daughter. The same thing with her little bear. It's called Strawberry.
Yes.
We had seen it all day. Knew exactly where it was. Came to bedtime. Could not find it. Me and my wife are both roaming the house. Cannot find it. Colton comes running out of his room. Ha, 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 reaches under our bed and pulls it out. And I'm like, bro.
You little turd. Come here.
I'm like, boy, I want to beat you right now.
Mom was always leaving. The real laugh so hard I could hear me and my kids. I was standing by the door and there was a movie. I'm a movie buff.
Mm-hmm.
I just watch stupid movies. And I watch good movies. But there was a famous new military movie. It might have been Full Metal Jacket. I don't know. But the guy's going, you got
movie.
no time, no time. It was some kind of military movie. And I used to sit at the front door and go, we got no time, no time. And these kids would be running out the door. I was regimented because I hate being late.
I'm not, dude.
I can't stand
If you check
it.
your security cameras, I was parked in front of the store 15 minutes early.
Yes, I can't
15
stand it.
minutes early. I was not.
No, I'm not that guy.
No.
And it isn't, well, I say it's in them. It's in all of them. Like my son, my oldest, he will be on time to anything. He'll tell you be here at, unless he's just coming to hang out with me, he'll say be here at 5. He could be 2 hours late.
Oh, okay.
And just roll up like it's not, hey dad, you know, I'm like, you turd. I'm like, I'm waiting for, because he's out of town, I'm waiting for my boy to come, you know.
Yeah.
I said, man, will you be here on, he knows how I am. And I think it's just, he's 27.
Yeah, he's putting it to you.
He's a great young man. So if that's his worst attribute,
right.
you know, by 27, you know, I've been punched a few times. He's like, you know, he's just a godly man.
Definitely had learned some lessons.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I had to.
And I'm only 37, so that was only 10 years ago. They're still fresh.
Isn't it funny how, you know, the youthfulness in you at 37?
I wouldn't say I'm youthful.
You don't think so?
No,
Do you feel old?
I feel old. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Okay, let me back up a little bit. I keep forgetting 6 and 4.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I remember those days, and I remember 6 and 4.
Yeah.
I don't want to scare you, but we waited a few more years and then had a third.
No, steps have been taken.
Okay, attaboy. We're not going to talk about it because don't ever let a wife plan that for you. I went, literally, the guy that I went to was 3 weeks away from retiring, and he did it old school. They had lasers at that time. I'm older, so they had lasers, but he did it scalpel style. And then he made a joke about, is this saline or was this the numbing effect? Because it's all, I guess they didn't have great insurance. They didn't put me asleep. They like,
they didn't put me to sleep either.
okay, they just
They
numb.
did local numbing.
Yeah, but he was joking while he was putting, and I'm like, what the heck are you? I mean, that wasn't funny. So, yeah.
Mine was like, we used to do 30 a day on the boat because he was on an Air Force
Maybe we
carrier.
had the same guy.
He was on a aircraft carrier, and he was like, we do 20, 30 of these a day, send them right back to the flight line, but you got to sit down for 2 days.
Was it in Clay?
It was on Kingsley.
I think we went to the same guy. He said he was retiring.
Across from the Catholic Church.
I don't remember. It was so much trauma. I don't remember.
It wasn't that bad for me, but it was definitely awkward.
It went. It was. I'm telling you, I hurt for a year.
No,
Not like continuous. I'm not
yeah.
trying to be. I'm not trying to be dramatic. It was not. But he said he was retiring. He could have been lying.
He could have been.
Oh my gosh.
Could have been.
What's the most? And we're gonna start winding down. But I want to wind down with your children.
Okay.
What's the most important thing for you that you can think of that you love seeing them instilled with? And it can be anything. There's no wrong answer.
There's a bunch of things, right? You know, and
But if you got to pick 3 to 5, if you had to,
it's not all things that I'm good at either.
I like that.
You know, because I'm not super patient at times.
You're not.
No, not at all.
His wife's going,
And
okay.
she's not. She's probably going, "Holy crap, he admitted it on camera."
You can play this over and over. Hey, you can put it on your phone, throw it to your TV while he's running his mouth. Beep.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
and she would agree with that for sure. So I'm patience.
Do you see it in them?
Sometimes.
Okay, hang on. 6
but
and 4, Brett.
Yeah,
6
yeah,
and 4. Okay, I'm getting there, buddy. I'm coming back.
Sometimes, but
Okay.
it's they're still young.
Yeah,
and
just
they're
keep
still
plugging
young.
away.
I would, patience. Work ethic.
Yeah.
is a big
Okay,
one
that's good.
for me because
Like picking up toys and all that kind of stuff.
Well, so when you get on them to pick up the toys and stuff, they'll get after it, which is great. But when it comes to making a mess, they've got a skill like none other.
All right, let me ask you this. You're pulling weeds. Which one comes up and starts helping you?
Oh, neither.
Neither one of
No,
them.
neither one of them.
Okay, you're eating a
Well,
sandwich.
Colton sometimes.
Okay, stay with me.
You'll have to give Colton credit. During the summer, he goes to work with Daddy,
Okay,
and he'll get out and drag a line for 2 or 3 minutes. But mind you, he's young,
absolutely.
and the truck's on, and his iPad's in there or his tablet.
No, but he got out and worked. Let me
But
tell
he'll
you.
get out and do a little bit.
No, it's a lot more than a little bit in his eyes.
Yeah, and to him, it's a lot.
Oh, he has pulled all day with you.
Yeah,
He is
absolutely.
exhausted like you. He needs a Gatorade like you.
He gets a
And we-
Gatorade and
and
some Cheetos.
How did I was just about to say, how did I know? Because I had kids.
Kelly went, "Y'all spent that much money at
I know.
the Wawa during the summer?" And I'm like, "What am I supposed to say? No?"
What are she the one that looks and there's 2 Gatorades, the 2 Cheetos, ice cream sandwich.
If I'm in there, I'm
mean-
snatching it.
Man, it has gotten expensive.
It has, and that's when and that was just like 2 years ago.
Oh no, you're right. It's gotten
yeah,
expensive.
and it was expensive, and so we started packing coolers.
They've hit
and-
my
and
barrier.
snacks.
I go into gas stations now and get just the essentials.
Yeah,
Even if I'm hungry, I'm not paying $3.29 for a Snickers or $2.89 for a Snickers.
no,
I have a vintage store. I'm bringing sweets in here.
yeah.
I mean, not just candy. I mean, there's gonna be it's gonna be old nostalgic candies
Oh,
in everything.
nice. That'd be cool.
Because and I don't want to. I'm gonna grab one when I'm leaving.
there you go.
I mean, for $3.29, I can buy 6 of them
I
and
know.
sell them.
I used to have I'd be like, if it was under $5, like who cared, right? And now
That
it's
was
like,
easy.
Now I would have to do under $10 because everything is so like I can't go in a gas station and get a drink and a bag of chips for less than like $8 nowadays.
Nope. And yet you can go to Wendy's and get the $7 bag.
Oh yeah, the biggie bag. I got that thing the other day.
I love
was,
those
I
things.
was so impressed. I got.
Oh, you hadn't. I eat it all the time.
I got a
Yep.
a burger with
Yep.
bacon on it.
Yep.
4 nuggets.
Yep.
They
Fries.
They remembered the sauce.
Yep.
The small fry,
Yep.
and I upgraded the drink to a medium. So I
Yep.
think I think she said it was like $7.58.
You can actually take that and put it to a chocolate frosty, just to let you know. Yeah, and by the way, if you buy for $1, listen, I'm a Wendy's freak. I don't know why y'all closing 300 of them. You ought to call me. I'll run them. They have because they have the business model set up beautifully, and the food for fast food. I get it without the bread, but
Okay.
they have the you buy this little keychain thing for
yeah,
$1.
Yeah, there was
and you
all
get
the
a
craze
free
like last year.
You get a free small frosty every time you come in.
Yeah.
As long as you buy a fry. Well, you're buying a $7 meal and I get a frosty.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
which is really all. I mean, I have a frosty back there and I eat them a third.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
otherwise I'd be back to 300 pounds.
Yeah.
You're health wise. You're 37, which I know you feel old, but you still got some burning.
No, absolutely. And I've lost a bunch of weight.
That's
so,
what I'm gonna say. Being outside
Yeah.
and being active, you've
so
lost weight.
This past summer, so I worked a desk job for 12 years, right? And I sat at a desk for like
Snacking away.
6 to 8 hours a day,
Yep.
snacking away. And then guess what I did at night? I sat down and played video
Gamers.
games.
Yep.
So I was pushing like 280.
Yep.
You
I was
know.
300.
No, I was pushing 280, and I started working outside, and it just came off.
Yeah.
I still eat just as much as I did when I worked a desk, but now I'm burning it off most days during the day.
I'm on an intermittent fasting right now.
I tried that for a while.
Yeah. And that's the key is you get on it. Like
And actually, I guess I have probably qualified for that right now.
You do,
because
actually.
I don't eat breakfast.
Yep.
If I'm working, I don't eat lunch.
right. So
And
you're going 18 hours.
So by like 2 or 3 o'clock
There
is
it
the
is.
first time I eat, and then I eat dinner,
Yep.
and then go to bed and do it again the next day.
Yep. And I mean, so it's about 2 o'clock. My last meal was at like 7:30, 8 o'clock last night. and that's the only meal I had all day. I had 18, 20 hours before that the day before.
Right.
And man, you want to talk about cleaning your system out? If you do the intermittent fasting properly, which is just, it took me a long time to get to 22 hours. And I should stay, because the second day it gets easier. Like right now, I deal with the headaches and I deal with the hunger. My body's craving sugars. Well, actually, I drink a Sprite, so I'm not really on a fast.
Right. And every morning I don't get the can to Celsius, but I get the packet and put it in a big cup of water.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that probably might not be exactly along the lines.
Okay, but here's what I say. You're doing what I did, and we both lost a ton of weight.
Yeah.
So you can't tell us we're wrong.
Right.
I was on blood pressure pills. I was on thyroid medicine. I was on Xanax. I was stressed to the max. I was drinking. And when I quit drinking and then I got heavy with food, because that became more and more. I mean, Dr. Pepper's, because the bubbles of a Dr. Pepper reminded me of Bud Light.
Right.
And so I would drink I'm drinking 5, 6, 7 of them. Well, there's 600% of your sugar for the day.
Absolutely.
Plus I'm eating pizza and, and
everything else.
and sitting and work, and so I blew up. But when I went down a weight, I got off all that. I've just recently, I'm going to go get some blood work done. Talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor. Just telling you my story. I've recently gotten off thyroid. Okay. I'm challenging, will your thyroid really come back?
Right.
With cold showers and deep breath work and the Himalayan salts and the intermittent fasting. I want to do a 3-day fast.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know.
You hear good things about people doing 3-day fasts.
I'm off all of it.
There's a lot of people that do it.
And it's biblical.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when he says, I will heal you, I don't know. I think he does it a lot through us doing our part.
Yeah. And there's a lot of science that points at it too. Nowadays, we're so advanced.
That's what got me going. Gary Brecka, I've said it a million times on here, but there's others. Gary Brecka leads me to others. The algorithm throws other people at you.
Yeah.
So there's some other well-known people, the gray-haired guy, that he does other things as well, but he talks health-wise. And they've just validated what I've started doing. But I got a little sidetracked. The way that benefited me is I didn't see it as I failed if I drank a Sprite. I'm still fasting in my head.
Right.
Because I'm hungry as heck and I ain't eating.
Yeah.
So I'm not a scientist. You can call me a bozo if you want. I got down to where I would eat 2 crackers for a lunch when I was learning. I was shrinking my stomach. And I was still big, but I'd be traveling. I'd have like 4 packs of the red crackers. And I'd get it down to 3 packs and 2 packs. And I got it down to 1 pack, and I got down to where I could eat 2 or 3. I'd have to chew a lot, drink a lot of water, but my stomach felt like I was eating.
Yeah.
And so it filled up just for a second. I really believe that starts your stomach in like eating, the eating food. And then when there's not enough fuel, it then goes to the reserves. And I always believe that. I'm not a scientist. I'm a simple dude.
Yeah.
And then they started validating it for me, the smart people. And I was like, oh, it does work. And I went double time into it. And I know the battle's in my head. I want to eat. I know I'm not starving. There's plenty of reserves for this thing to eat. I could go another 3 days and it has room to eat. Right. So we have gotten so, when we're hungry, we grab. I do. When I'm hungry, I grab. When I'm hungry, I grab. And I've learned that when I'm hungry and not grabbing, I don't die.
Yeah.
And I get thinner and I get healthier.
There's still some days where if I'm at the house and I can be pretty snacky.
I do it. But it's allowing yourself, like I went this last month, I didn't do any intermittent fasting necessarily. Matter of fact, I started eating breakfast, which I haven't done in years. Right. I was doing peanut butter and honey on a clear bagel, and I'd toast them. Oh, so good.
Gotcha.
You get a little protein in me and all. But the last couple of days, I noticed I was getting a little more bloated in the last couple of days. I said, I'm just going to, but it hit right for me. And I just wait for my body not to want breakfast. And then I run, and all of a sudden I stay busy, and I miss lunch. And once I've done it a day or two, I'm back in the cycle. Yeah. But if I start eating breakfast, my body will wake up and go, give me breakfast.
Yeah. I usually don't eat breakfast unless it's the weekends, because we make breakfast at home for the kids.
Yeah. What's their favorite? Is it pancakes?
They love pancakes.
Okay, who doesn't?
Yeah, they love, like Reese requested. No, I think we made waffles this weekend for Reese's birthday, but most of the time it's pancakes. Yeah. And then bacon, but cooked in the oven. They don't like it super crispy. Oh, really? And you can cook it in the oven. Yeah. I think it's at like 375 for like 25 minutes, and it's It's solid, right?
Right.
It's not like some flimsy bacon.
Oh, so it stands.
It stands.
Okay,
Yeah, you
'cause I
can
was-
hold it up. And
Okay,
it's
because I was
straight,
feeling
right.
sorry for the kids if they didn't have bacon that
but
stood.
So my problem is if I cook bacon in the pan, I'm making it crispy.
Oh, you like crisp.
I like it crispy.
Yeah,
And
okay.
they don't like it that way. So we started doing it in the oven. It's still crispy enough for me to enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's not like.
No, I know exactly because
know.
I've done oven work. I know, and it's a little thinner and everything. Yeah.
So it works out.
Yeah.
You know, and so bacon and pancakes, and then like pretty
You're
much
making me hungry.
they eat the mess out of some strawberries.
I love strawberry. Blackberries too.
Yeah, it was raspberries for the longest time. I'll tell you what, if you're thinking about having kids, start saving now because you're going to spend about $10,000 in berries.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, the food, my food costs since my kids have gone away. And then when they're grown men now.
Right.
And then when they come back, it's like, it's destroyed. I have to go and it takes $200 to get ready for them.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, $200
It doesn't give you much nowadays.
my man, I will buy $200 worth of food, and then I look at the 8 little bags or 7 bags I have and go, really?
If you go to Publix, it's even worse. I've gone into Publix and bought 5 things and spent $70.
How do they get me every time?
And I'm like, I passed a Winn-Dixie on the way here. Why did I just not stop?
And then Aldi's, I heard, has really good meat.
The chicken is fine.
This is our opinion.
This is my opinion.
Yeah.
The chicken is fine. I had a bad experience with the steaks.
Really?
They were like super tough.
Okay.
Like, and I
That's been my fear.
like, and I season and marinade and all that jazz, and it did not help it.
Okay.
Yeah. The chicken's fine.
My fear.
I can't eat fish or shrimp or nothing, so I've never tried the seafood from there.
Yeah.
But the chicken was fine, and then the lunch meat and stuff's very affordable there, and the produce is good, but you have to use it fast because it's legit, like all natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you and your bride meet?
She worked at a gym that I attended
Oh,
for a
okay.
little while.
How long did you have to date her before y'all? How long
well,
did you have to woo her?
I think I asked her like 6 times before she
Didn't
agreed.
that always take that?
Yeah, before she agreed to be my girlfriend, like I'm pretty sure I had to ask her like 6 times. Yeah.
Were y'all in high school or
No,
was it long?
no,
Okay.
we didn't know each other. It was well after high school at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been married how long?
We've been married 7 years.
All right, so give us a little wisdom. I mean, you're on that 7-year itch, and you have no itch. I can tell. You're so busy with 6 and 4 and a beautiful bride.
I mean, no, there's definitely things I need to improve on.
But you know that. You can say it.
Yes, but communication. Taking the time to communicate, whether it be like both of our schedules are busy. She manages a clinic for her job, and I am doing this.
Sure.
And we got kids. And
Erratic hours.
We got family. Like our hours are erratic. Like sometimes she has to get up and leave at like 3 a.m. to be to work to cover for something. This and that.
Yep.
So we got to be able to be fluid with each other and so like communicate about what you need and what could help you.
So important.
Right? And communication is the thing. And I'm not good at it. There are days where I absolutely suck at communicating.
Is it lack of want to, or is it just
no? It's just
lack of practice.
It's just lack of practice, and the way my brain works does not facilitate it very easily. So it's something that I've had to. I really am still working on to get better.
But you can admit it. If you keep admitting something, there comes a time where my brain's going to turn and look at it. I literally have to do that. I just recognize it so well because it's my MO. I literally have to do that on a regular basis, sometimes before I even make an adjustment. Hey, Brett, you're being an asshole. Brett, you're being an asshole. Brett, you're being an asshole. Before I go, wow, I'm being an asshole. I have to, and it's a learned trait, for what you have and everything. So you're 4 years in, you got a 6 and a 4-year-old, a beautiful bride, 7 years married. I mean, you are busy.
We are in it.
How do
soccer season's coming up.
Soccer season's coming. You got
3 practices a week and a game
church,
on Saturday.
and how do you keep any kind of balance, or is there balance? Say it. Say it.
There's not a lot of balance.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
People go, you need a balance of life. There are times in your life that
it will be balanced eventually, but right now
you're hanging on sometimes.
It's chaotic.
You're tired. You're exhausted. One of them won't go to bed. One of them's sick.
Or you got something in the house breaks, or there's you know, one
And a
of you,
pissed off customer.
one of
And
you has to leave for work. The phone's ringing. Like
my
you know,
dog ran out of the house.
and that happens. That joker will
Absolutely.
take off.
Oh, that's
down the
mine.
street.
I was telling you too?
She's fine in the backyard, but if she makes
You
it out
too?
that front door, she's gone.
Gone.
You got to get in the truck and go get her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's a husky.
Oh, ours is a black lab.
Oh, yeah. Loves to run. Thinks
takes
it's
off.
playing.
Yeah.
Doesn't really want to leave me.
She'll run right up to you, but as soon as you go to grab her, she's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's fast.
I have a video of me showing how they let my dog out of the house, and I moved away from the door, left the door open. I still have this video. I was like, "Look at y'all." I said, this dog will listen. Once I listen back to it, it's a little more egotistical. I have to call bullshit on myself. I was like, "Will y'all just listen to this?" I mean, these dogs won't move. And I moved behind the Christmas tree, and I was like, "Look!" I mean, the doorway's wide open. He's just sitting there, and beautiful white and blue eyes. I'm like, "Look, he doesn't move." And I went past him on the other hallway, and I went down to the bathroom, and I could see him about 15, 20 feet from him. I'm like, "Look, maybe 15. I said, "Now, if I open this door and I go in here and I open the door," it was one of the bedrooms. I said, "If I open this door and I go in here, he will, he'll bolt." I was trying to show that, of course, he's not going to stay. And I'm sitting there, and all you see is this white blur go, and I'm like, and all you hear me goes, "Oh shit!" And off I went. And so my great ego, I really am not as good as I think.
She will take off if she sees. She's gotten better about it recently.
Yeah.
But you've got to stay between her and the door.
Me too. Relatively new dog with you?
No. She's been with us for probably 8-9 years now.
Okay, just a runner.
She's just a runner.
Old red.
In the backyard, she does just fine. But she can take off.
Yeah.
She sees a squirrel, she'll get after it.
Do you see yourself doing this for quite some time, your business?
Yeah, there's ebbs, like I said, there's ebbs and flows, right? You get into this low season, you're like, I don't have a backup.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do? Like, we've saved a little money to make it through, right? But most of the time nowadays, it's not enough.
Yep.
So you're out beating the street, calling clients from last year that you did. So I pull my client list beginning of every year for the whole previous year. And so as I move into, the end of January, I'll start calling February clients. Hey, washed your house a year ago. You want to get on the schedule, this and that. And
do you see a decent? Don't give the percentage, but do you see a decent percentage?
There's a good amount that are like, "Oh yeah, I've been meaning to call you.
Yep.
Let's get me on your schedule." Yep. But pressure washing, you see these clients once or twice a year,
right?
So it's not like they're not gonna like a storefront like you have, right? You probably have ladies that stop in here. On a regular,
yep.
Because they like to shop, but I don't get on the regular customers, right?
So you're every 8 months, a year.
I'm still building. I might be 4 years in, but my client base is still less than 300.
Gotcha.
Right. So those.
So you have room.
So I have a lot of room.
And to do it just solo, right?
Right. Oh no, and eventually I'd love to hire a helper,
right?
But I got to get to a point where I can pay a helper full time and not have them sitting around 1 week. Doing
minimum
nothing.
wage $14 an hour now.
Yeah, well, and even then, if I bring in somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, I would probably try to start them off at like 15.
Yeah.
Until I train them, and if they picked it up, I'll offer them a rate. Like if they pick it up and they're good at it, like I'll pay them more.
Yeah. Because if you can put a truck under them and they go, they'll make it.
The goal of all pressure washing company owners is to get off the truck.
Yeah. Because
once you're off the truck, you can focus on really building the business.
But watch how many you put in business before you get off that truck.
Yeah.
You'll get them trained. All of a sudden, they're your competitor.
And that's the problem nowadays.
So, a non-compete.
I mean,
they're only as good as you're willing to be in court to defend them.
That's true.
But sometimes it'll scare people if you do it just right and you give it just enough time, because all you need is a little window for them to sit and they'll find another job.
Right.
So if I do an 8 month to a year, I can lock them in pretty hard, and I can defend that in court on a pretty easy basis. If I do 3-4 years, the judge is going to look at you and go, "Man, what are you doing?"
That's crazy. Yeah.
But 6 to 8 months is not asking too much.
Yeah.
Within 6 to 8 months, this is just business people.
Yeah.
They got to find a place to eat.
Yeah. And
so they're going to go work for another, and they may do it eventually, but by then they've gotten underneath somebody else and forgotten all the details you taught them, and they're not going to be as good.
Well, that, and there's people who I've heard of, like, have hired people, and they hired a person. They were with them like a year and a half, trained them, and had them the whole thing ready to put them on a truck. That person quit. Next thing you know, they've spun up a business.
Absolutely. I've done it 100 times. I've put so many finishers in business and furniture, and they think they can do it, and they can't.
And I'm not, against teaching somebody how to do it. And I don't even really think of other washers in the area as competition.
Yeah.
We're all our own. Like that guy who just recently started coming to the chamber, like I said, like we've talked about different methods
And co-oping.
and we've talked about co-oping on big jobs and things like that. Like,
because that does bring you power on commercial.
it really does. If you can get it done faster.
And you don't have to hire somebody, but yet you still get bigger money for doing the commercial.
And he's showing up with all his own
smart.
equipment.
Yeah, and his own insurance.
And his own insurance and everything, right? So so we did a bunch of the high schools last year. Now I can't take him on them jobs because their vendor packet
absolutely
is wild.
Yeah. Red tape.
A lot of it. Yeah. And, it took me talking to the billing lady at Clay High on the phone for like 45 minutes one day, like just asking clarifying questions because it was brand new last year.
Right.
She didn't know, but they literally handed it to them and said, make everyone fill this out.
But you know what? This is a skill of yours, and your bride's going to agree with this. You are willing to ask the questions even if you feel stupid.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, absolutely.
Because I'm the same way. I don't know. I got to ask. I don't care how stupid I look. I'm going to look more stupid not knowing.
Especially with the vendor packets, because there's little nuances with all of them.
Details.
There's little details. So and they expect it, not everyone expects it to be filled out the same, right? So you had to take the time to say, okay, what exactly are you expecting in this field? And they'll give you a general idea of what they're looking for, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I got that, and you put it in there, and all of a sudden it's approved, and you're bidding jobs.
Do you love working for yourself?
Yes, I'll never go back to the corporate world.
I know, right?
I never will. If I have to get a job, I'll find a small local business.
That's where I am.
That.
Yeah, I let Would You go, and I have the vintage store, which does well.
Right.
Doesn't cover all my bills just yet.
Yeah.
So I've looked. I'm like, wow, because I haven't really ever worked for anybody. But the thought of working for somebody excites me.
Oh yeah.
To not be the decision maker.
Yeah, that would be a relief. If you did something for a couple hours every day, just to be like, just
they
to
don't
be
understand.
the guy that does that one little thing in the chain of the rest of the company, right?
I hired a lot of people over the years, and I wish I had known, because when I would see owner, I know what they're thinking because I thought it. I was your age, a little bit younger, and I had a lot of people, so had a lot of stores. So I was always hiring managers at our level, a little bit below, and there was always one thing that they couldn't do that I could do, but they couldn't see it. And so if I wasn't able to get them to see where I was coming from, it wasn't going to do any good to bring us all together. I'm not going to get you to follow me, so why? And it's so frustrating because they'd have so much talent and they'd be missing one or two key components, that ability to ask, even though you feel silly.
Yeah.
That is a powerful trait.
And I learned that from the corporate job I had. I started off in tech support, and then I did customer service and customer.
So you had to fact find.
So you had to fact find. You had to ask questions. Even if you thought you knew the answer, if you went to a developer with that field blank, they were going to be like, nope, you do not pass go. This is not going up to get
process and procedures.
Yeah, so it's all a process. So you have to ask questions. And I ask questions when I get to people's houses. Yeah. Okay, what's your water like? How old's the paint? What kind of...
Do you have a checklist thing they fill out?
No, not the client. They say the client's always right. They lie about their square footage.
100%.
They lie about their square footage. They'll tell me, oh, I've got 1,000 square foot house. And I'll look it up on the property appraiser. And, oh, look at that. It's 3558. And that's an exact number from an experience. Which is hundreds of dollars in price difference.
And time. Well, because it's more time, more chemicals, more product.
Absolutely. And so I had to screenshot it on the property appraiser website and say, yes, your house on the inside, here's your interior, which is close to the number that you said.
Right.
Still wrong.
Right.
And then here's your gross. That is your exterior minus your garage and this and that.
Did they still let you do it?
Oh, yeah.
So you're good.
I took the time to explain it to her. And she was like,
probably already knew.
She might have, but she
Don't
played.
You hate
she played real dang good.
Don't you hate that?
She played
Listen
dang
here,
good.
You little.
She didn't know.
I got this. Hang on a second, because you still in business. I already shut down. Would you listen here, you little church going, Bible church carrying, little pretty little red with a little verse on there, and you're talking. You get there early and you go eat Sunday lunch. You lie. You lie about your square footage. That is ungodly. Repent. Okay, we already forgive you, but you repent. Okay, go ahead.
Literally. So, and there are people who are within 10 feet.
Yeah.
And I forgive that.
Yeah.
And I might even give them the 10 feet.
Right.
Because they were close. But when it's grossly off.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't know mine. I would just tell you, I have no idea. It's a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom,
Right.
you know, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked up this building before
Yeah.
I walked in because I was curious, and it said 10,000 square feet, and I was like, "There's no way."
I know.
I said, "You can see 20 feet wide at
I know.
the front of this place," and then I walked in here and was like, "Holy!"
I wish they had built it different. I wish they had built it a little more angles so people could see it.
I feel like it's
it's 3.
It's yeah.
There's 3 different
Walking
buildings.
through it, I was like, "This is 3 additions."
There is a roof right there. If I take all that ceiling tile off, there's a roof that literally goes right here above the ceiling.
like a shingle roof.
Yeah, it's a shingle roof under the shingle roof.
I've heard that you can have 2 roofs in Clay County.
You can. No, they got it.
Yeah,
They got it.
that's funny.
I mean, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. In the winter, this is warm, and in the summer, this is hot.
Oh man.
It's really cool. I'm very grateful for everything I have, and
Yeah.
even the struggles. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, starting your business.
It's been a slog.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can go buy the equipment, but it's the staying power. It's the 10-month, the 11-month, the 15-month when you're not really banging it out, but you see it, but it hadn't come. The pipeline is still getting full.
Yeah.
The biggest problem I see people do, and I've worked retail for years and roofing, is they give too many sales. And when they do a sale, you gobble up your pipeline that you've spent all this time door knocking, and you got them spread out, and then you run this $99 off, and everybody takes it, and then you look, and then you go, wow, we're slow.
Yeah.
No, you just took your whole pipeline, and you gave away $4,000 when you didn't have to.
Yep.
Give them the service and maintain your price.
Yep. You have to be able to sell your value.
Because it's perceived value.
Yeah.
No one is going to buy until perceived value passes the dollar.
Yep.
Nobody. Nobody. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
And you cannot offer product, price, and service. You cannot have the lowest price and the highest service and the best chemicals. If you're going to have the best chemicals and you want this kind of detail, the price goes up. And it's a sliding scale.
It's like, what did they say? Do you want it fast? Do you want it cheap? Or
You want it fast and cheap, or do you want it? Yeah.
There's the third one.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can pick 2. You can't have all 3.
That's the exact same
know.
analogy. Absolutely.
So, I have to explain to people, like, they're like, well, you're just spraying water. And I was like, not exactly. Like,
Yep.
one, you have a 2-story house. I have equipment that I can hit that 2nd story without getting a ladder.
Yep.
I can do all your eaves, all your gutters, everything from the ground. That's safer. 2, I'm not going to kill your landscaping. Like, I go through the expectation checklist in my head. I'm like, I'm not going to blow out your lights.
Yep.
We're going to make sure we tape off all your electrical outlets. Like,
Which I wouldn't even think of.
yeah, they might have a waterproof cover on. I still tape it because I don't know if that thing works.
And why do you want to blow the whole thing?
Yeah, and I don't want to blow their circuit.
How much extra time does that take?
20, 30 minutes.
That's good.
It's
Yeah.
not enough time to not want to do it. And it's probably saved me half a dozen times.
Can I throw you out something that just popped in my head? I don't know if this is value or not, but just listening to you, man, if you had a little 3 to 5 minute video that you sent the night before, or a link where they would go watch it the night before, where it answers, like in the unfinished furniture, it was how big are we? What kind of pricing? How easy is it to finish? Is it all wood?
Right.
Can I take it today, sold directly off the floor? And how much sanding do I have to do? So I came up with feeding. Woodju had grown up to about, I don't know, 45 stores plus whatever. I came up with an acronym called BEAST, buying power, ease of finishing, all wood, sold directly off the floor and totally prepped. And we called it Feeding the Beast.
Okay.
So within the first 3 to 5 minutes of somebody coming in the door, we answered the top 5 questions, but we didn't do it like, hi, welcome in. We have the highest thing. It was in a conversation
You didn't
form.
vomit it at
No,
them.
you could take the B and slide it in, but the customer was going to ask the question, and the minute they asked the first, we answered all 5
There you go.
through conversation.
Yeah.
And we dealt with a lot less resistance on our pricing and everything because we added the value from the get. It's
Absolutely.
the easiest time to add the value
It
because
really is.
once the perceived, that's why they say the first 3 to 5 minutes makes a huge
Absolutely.
impression.
Absolutely.
First impressions
And,
are everything.
Doing a video is absolutely something we could do. And I just got into doing video clips and stuff.
I'd love to shoot it with you.
We could figure something out. But
No, it's a camera. The beauty is, I want to say this because this is huge for us small business owners. Gary V he has 20 million followers. So I believe this guy. He's been doing it 20 years. And he says this, he says, don't shoot professionally. Shoot you when you're out there with a gun in your hand. Hey, I just want to show you that there's some mold here, and look what this does. I'm gonna put some chemicals on it, and then you're talking to him. You come back and never break. You come off in 10 minutes with a hose. I didn't even have a pressure washer. You would think, wow, I'm being unprofessional. They're going, wow, he's real,
yeah.
and the real sells.
Yeah, absolutely.
So What an absolute pleasure having you here today.
For sure. I appreciate it. This has been fun.
I told you. And wait till you watch it back. It'll be fun. Your kids will love it.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to do like a family sit together, I have 4 mics. I would love to sit, I have 5, count mine. I'd love to sit down with you and your wife and kids and all the chaos. We put a table right here. No, I'm sitting, let them bang on stuff because I want to talk to children. Okay. You remember that old show where that guy would interview kids?
Oh, kids say the darndest things.
Yes.
That was so funny.
Thank you. I want to sit, but nowadays you can't just sit with kids. So I think if I try with parents and we just chit chat about life and let them say what they say, we'll have lunch or whatever. And they don't even know we're on really. Dude, can you imagine? Now, mom's going, hang on, mom, I can edit. That I would edit.
There would probably be.
Come on.
There's a situation last night I'm not going to repeat.
No.
In case my mother-in-law watches this.
Daddy, why were you wrestling with mommy?
Not that. But there was some language by the best 4-year-old ever.
Absolutely.
In context that literally had my wife like crying into the bed sheets from laughing.
But you know what? What precious moments. Like when you're saying it, I'm watching your face and you just back the.
So she got to cover her face because Reese wasn't looking at it. She said it. I was getting her dressed after the shower and she's this close to my face and said it. And I had to hold a straight face.
Oh, yeah.
It was not easy.
I know.
I had to be like, we don't say that. And inside, I am erupting.
Right.
Just erupting laughter. It was so bad.
It is so much fun when mine are now 27, 24. It is so much fun when you've gone through the gauntlet and you have good men. And my daughter's 20. She's a dear young lady that I'm not as much the parent anymore. There are people that try to parent a lot at this age. I'm more the mentor and the cheerleader.
Yeah.
And I get to have adult conversations with my boys now. And I'm telling you, just a 5-minute conversation. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, face to face. And I'm soaking them in and they're talking like men and they're good men. And they have women in their lives that are good women and there's families coming and, you know, life and business and they're good people. And I get to enjoy them in their mind. Man, when you get through that gauntlet and you're there, mama is all going to be so worth it. It really is.
And I see it.
And they're not going to be perfect.
Yeah. And
I picked mine up drunk one time.
I mean, I would prefer that.
Mom was like,
them driving. I mean, versus them, as somebody who's like been drunk in a field that my parents never knew about, like, I would rather them call me and be like, hey, I had too much to drink. Can you come get me? And I'd have to be like Dave Chappelle, be like, what? I'm shit-faced right now. How am I supposed to come get you? You know, but... That would be just a fun prank, you know, at that point, because they would not know what to do. Like, if your dad told you that when you called him for a ride, I'd be like, oh, crap.
Yeah, because I didn't handle it that way. No, I didn't do any. We signed contracts. My children and I signed legitimate. I had them drawn up, signed a legitimate 1-page contract that said they would never, if they were ever drunk or if they'd ever drank and could, you know, they would never and this. If they did, here are their consequences. Yeah. And they all signed them, and I signed them. We had them notarized.
There you go.
I mean, it was official.
You notarized them.
Oh, yeah, so I was official, man. Yeah. It was official, and they well, Jacob broke it.
Well,
but you know what? The pains that I went through there, and the lessons that were learned, and the man that he is today, compared to who I was, and the things I had to figure out, because. He only did it once, or you know, he was in a mess one time here or there, or I was in a mess, or Zach, you know, or any of my kids. I mean, they're kids. Absolutely. We do things. Most of the messes I was in was I was getting calls because my kids were kneeboarding in Fleming Island in the ditches behind a golf cart because they were having fun. Yeah, I mean, their friends are Navy SEALs and Marine snipers.
We did that with 4-wheelers.
Yeah, they're just good people and. You know, I was trouble, man. Yeah. I was always looking for the fun and the out and the excitement.
Yeah, we definitely did a lot of things.
But I was a kid. I was just a boy.
You know, I don't regret any of them. But like, because of those experiences, I'm like, okay, if my kid has the wherewithal to call me and tell me he's in field X, Y, and Z. And, you know, can't drive home, like, I'm going to go get him because I've been there. Yep.
And I lost 4 in my graduating class, 88. I lost 4 in my graduating class to drunk driving.
Well, I don't recall if we had any. I didn't graduate till 2007.
Yeah.
I don't recall if we had any deaths from drunk driving, but it was overdoses.
Yeah. No, you're right. It shifted.
And after high school, even like, so next year will be 20 years for high school. And I could probably, if I sat down and looked at a yearbook, I could probably point at 10 that overdosed. Yep. Like even in recent years.
The fentanyl stuff?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they would, they were hooked on whatever, know, and then.
It usually started with, okay, I don't know this for a fact, but the things that I've watched and read, that it starts with legal drugs like oxys or barbiturates of some sort.
I had friends who were big into pills,
and then it gets too expensive,
and then that gets expensive, and then
they go. Okay,
things.
so it was pretty accurate then.
Yeah, and then they overdose. And I've had friends who were able to get off and are still sober, which is great.
Yeah,
where there's a solid 10, I'd say that. They just didn't make it.
Yeah. The old saying is, I can't get somebody sober and I can't make them drunk. It's the same with any kind of a sickness.
Yeah.
I hate the word disease, to be honest with you, because it seems like such a victim. Man, just do the daily deal of spiritual maintenance, and funny things start. I used to call it funny. Now, and then I learned to call it coincidences. Now I know it to be miracles. And my God loved me enough that he had to walk me into that. Right. I wasn't even ready to accept the miracle, because I didn't know how to love me. How could I love you if I didn't know how to love me?
Yeah.
And so I had my little window washer, my 5'5" window washer. He really loved me before I loved myself. I had kids. Yeah. I loved them. Oh, I mean, it was deep. But today it's so, my eyes are so much cleaner. I was business. I was, 8 o'clock? Nah, man, I got to go. I'm on the road for 3 weeks. I got to go to Brazil. I got to go up to Missouri. I got to go. And now I was blessed. Cameras had come out on the computers. So I would sit in the hotel rooms, and I wasn't a big drinker then. I'd sit in the hotel rooms. I'd talk to my kids. It would break up every now and then, but it was, I kept a great relationship.
Yeah,
but I was
FaceTime was when I was traveling for work. We'd FaceTime, as often as we could.
Yep. I mean, I was on the road 200 plus days a year, so it was a lot. Yeah. And had I not had a stable home and somebody that could establish all that with the kids, there's no way I could have done it all on my own. Yeah. No way. So I'm grateful for all that get there. All right. So listen, I know you got stuff to do today. For sure. So we're going to get you out of here. The door is always open for you to come back. Thank you, Justin, for all that you do. Your kids are going to love it. Your bride's going to love it. Now you're famous. You're going to be TikTok famous. We'll be talking about you on TikTok today too. All right. Episode 49 next week. Hey, make sure you like and share and subscribe. Love y'all. Justin Timberlake. It's actually Kirkland. See y'all soon. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. Still hot. Yeah, he don't want to say anything. Now we're going to talk bad about y'all. See you next week.